Yes, yes. I
Okay,
saw that.
great, great.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes, visible.
Yeah, yeah, PPT, yeah, it's visible. You can just hide the Google Meet notification at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So today I'm going to talk about Aavas Financiers. Its vision is to enrich lives of people by enabling them to achieve their dream of owning a house. Aavas Financiers Limited is a housing finance company that provides loans for the purchase and construction of affordable housing in India. It's primarily focused on providing affordable housing finance to consumer customers in semi-urban and rural areas of India. Aavas Financiers was founded in the year 2011 by Mr. Sushil Kumar Agarwal. The company was originally named as AU Housing Finance Private Limited. The company was originally part of parent company AU Financiers, which was incorporated in 1996, founded by Sanjay Agarwal, who is brother of Sushil Kumar Agarwal. In 2017, AU Financiers Limited was split into two separate entities, AU Small Finance Bank and AU Aavas Financiers Limited. After the split, both AU Small Finance Bank and Aavas Financial Limited became separate publicly traded companies. Company was listed on the stock exchange on 2018 through IPO. If we talk about the promoter holding, it has a promoter holding of 39.15 percentage. The promoter holding has decreased over the last 3 years, and it is backed by private equity firms like Lake District Holdings Limited, which is a global private equity firm headquartered in Switzerland, and the other two partner groups ESCL Limited and Partners Group Private Equity Master Fund. If we, if we talk about the geographic presence of the company, it has all around 250 branches spread across 11 states. It has maximum branches in Rajasthan, Gujarat, and uh, Mu- I forgot the third one. If we talk about the awards and the recognition of the company, it has been awarded as the best NBFC for the year 2020 and 21 in FE India's Best of Banks Award. It has certified as a great place to work during the FY 2021 and 2022. Mr. Sushil Kumar Agarwal, MD of the company, conferred with the AY Entrepreneur of the Year India Awards 2020. Mr. Ghanshyam Rawat, as CFO of the company, conferred with the Best CA CFO Emerging Corporate Award in BFSI category at 13th ICI Awards. It has been awarded as Best Affordable Housing Finance Company at National Awards for Excellence in Housing Finance 2021. It has also received the Associam Excellence Award for being the best housing finance company in the affordable housing segment in 2016. If we talk about the promoter and board members, Mr. First is Mr. Sushil Kumar Agarwal. He is the managing director and founder of Aavas. He is a qualified chartered accountant and also a qualified company secretary. He has more than 21 years of experience in the field of retail financial services. He was previously associated with AUSFB as its business head. He has also worked with ICICI Bank Limited as its chief manager and with Kotak Mahindra Primus Limited as an assistant manager. Then there is Mr. Sandeep Tandon. He is the chairperson of the board and independent director of Aavas. He holds a bachelor's degree in science from University of Southern California. Additionally, Sandeep Tandon has completed the Harvard Business School YPO President Program. He previously served as the managing director of Tandon Advanced Device Private Limited and as a director on the board of SLS Solutions Private Limited. At present, Mr. Tandon is acting as an executive director of Sarma Technology Private Limited and serves as an director in various private companies. If we talk about the other board directors, then Mrs. Kalpana Iyer, she is an independent director of Aavas. She holds a bachelor's degree in commerce and she is a qualified chartered accountant. She was previously associated with Citibank India as its senior vice president, during which she was responsible for women's banking and microfinance. At present, she is acting as a managing director of Swakarma Finance Private Limited. Then Mrs. Soumya Rajan, she is an independent director of Aavas. She is the founder, MD, and CEO of Waterfield Advisors. She has previously worked with Standard Chartered Bank India for 16 years. She currently serves on the boards of other non-profit organizations. Mrs. Soumya Rajan was recognized by AIWMI in India 2019 amongst India's top 100 women in finance. Then there is KR Kamath. He is a nominee director appointed on the board of Aavas by Lake District Holdings Limited. He holds a bachelor's degree in commerce. He is a member of the Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. He has previously associated with the Corporation Bank as its general manager and with PNB as its chairman and managing director. Mr. Kamath has also served as the chairman and managing director of Allahabad Bank and as an executive director of Bank of India. Then Mr. Vivek Vig is a nominee director appointed on the board of Aavas by Partners Group ESCL and Partners Group Master Fund. He holds a postgraduate diploma in management from IIM Bangalore. He has previously served as managing director and CEO of Testimony Enterprises Limited. Further, he was previously associated with the Centurion Bank of Punjab as its country head and also acted as a director on the board of PNB Housing Finance Limited. Then there is Mr. Nishant Sharma. He is a promoter nominee director appointed on the board of Aavas by promoters Lake District Holdings Limited. He is a chief investment officer and managing partner of Kidara Capital and co-founded the firm in 2011. He has over 17 years of investment experience. Then there is Mr. Manas Tandon. He's a promoter nominee director, the appointed on the board of Aavas by Partners Group ESCL and Partners Group Master Fund. He has 23 years of industry experience and he holds a MBA in finance. Then there is Kartike Dhruv Kaji. He is a promoter nominee director and is appointed on the board of Aavas by promoters Lake District Holdings Limited. He holds a MBA and Bachelor's of Arts in Economics. He is a director at Kidara Capital and has over 10 years of investment experience. If we talk about the management of the company, Mr. Sachinder Binder, he is the CEO of Aavas Financiers. He has been with Aavas as CEO of MSME Business since 2019. He is an engineer MBA and member of Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors. Mr. Binder has over 25 years of experience with Kotak Mahindra Bank, ICICI, Standard Chartered, and HDFC Limited. Prior to Aavas, Mr. Binder was with Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited for 16 years as Executive Vice President and Business Head. Then Mr. Ghanshyam Rawat, he is the President and CFO of the company. He is associated with the company since 2013. He holds a bachelor's degree in commerce and is a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. He received the Best CA CFO for the Year award under the category of Emerging Corporate by ICAI in 2020 at Mumbai. He has been previously associated with First Blue Home Finance Limited, Accenture India Private Limited. Then Mr. Ashutosh Atre, President and Chief Risk Officer. He holds a diploma in finance and diploma in mechanical engineering. He has experience of around 31 years. Previously, he has worked with Equatus Housing Finance Private Limited, Equatus Microfinance India Private Limited, ICICI Bank. Then Mr. Siddharth Srivastav, he is a chief business officer of the company. He has done MBA. He has worked in sectors like FMCG and banking with rich experience of more than 20 years. Retail asset specialist with overall experience in unsecured loans, collections, and mortgage business development and strategy. He has worked with ITC Limited and ICI Bank. Then Mr. Ripudaman Bandral, Chief Credit Officer. He has done Masters in Finance from Punjab University, Patiala. He possesses around 26 years of experience in the field of business development, strategic planning, credit, and risk assessment. He was associated with ICICI Bank, HDFC Limited, India India Bulls Home Loans, Trans America Apple Distribution Finance. Then Mr. Surinder Sehag, Chief Collection Officer. He holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree from University of Rajasthan, LLB degree, and MBA. He has a rich experience of 20 years and was formerly associated with Cholamandalam Investment and Finance Company Limited and Bajaj Finance. Then Mr. Anshul Bhagarwa, Chief People Officer of Human Resource. He holds a certification in business management from IIM Kolkata. He has diverse experience of about 34 years in multiple leadership positions in the Indian Army and financial sector. Prior to joining Aavas, he was director at Power System Operation Corporation Limited and Chief People Officer at PNB Housing Finance Limited. Then Mrs. Gigi Oman, Chief Technology Officer. She is a computer science graduate with MTech in computer science and MBA. She has an rich experience of 24 years with Kinara Capital, Bajaj Capital, Manappuram Finance Limited. Then Mr. Rajaram Balasundariam, Chief Strategy Officer and Head Analytics. He is a chartered accountant. He has over 21 years of experience in the field of consumer banking covering risk management. Prior to joining Aavas, he was associated with Citibank, having worked in UAE, Egypt, and US, and with Chartered Bank in India. We talk about the risk mitigation and underwriting. Aavas has a strong focus on risk mitigation and underwriting to maintain the quality of its loan portfolio. Aavas Financial assesses the creditworthiness of its borrowers based on various factors such as income, employment stability, credit history, and repayment capacity. The company also evaluates the quality and marketability of the property being financed to ensure that it meets underwriting standards, requires collateral security for all its loans to mitigate credit risk. The company maintains a diversified loan portfolio with a focus on financing the affordable housing segment in Tier 2 and 3 cities to reduce concentration risk, closely monitors its loan portfolio, and takes proactive measures to manage any potential credit risk. If we talk about the ILFS crisis, Aavas Financiers was able to survive the impact of the ILFS crisis through a combination of prudent risk management practices, a strong focus on asset quality, and proactive steps to manage its exposure to ILFS group entities. During the year, net profit declined by 8.1%. However, the company's loan book grew by 550.5% during the year, reflecting the underlying strength of its business model and growth risk prospects. Aavas Financiers took several steps to manage its risk exposure and mitigate the impact on its financial performance. Aavas Financiers made higher provisions towards its exposure to ILFS group entities, which helped to minimize the impact on its financial performance. The company diversified its funding sources and reduced its dependence on short-term commercial paper funding, which helped to reduce its liquidity risk. It continued to focus on maintaining high asset quality standards, which helped to minimize credit losses and maintain investors' confidence. Aavas Financials went public with an IPO in 2018, which helped it to raise funds and strengthen its balance sheet. The successful IPO also helped to build investors' confidence in the company. If we talk about the financial impact of the crisis, the AUM was increased quarter on quarter. If you talk about the GNPA, it was overall constant. It dipped in quarter 4 in FY19, but overall it was constant. Not much movement in the GNP and NPA. If we talk about the ROA and ROE, our ROE of the company or overall increased but dipped in FY20 quarter 1. If we talk about the ROA, it was in constant gradually. Not much movement in ROA. If we talk about the price to book value, it is very fluctuating. If we talk about the forensic analytics checklist, the overall score was 73.9%, which is a quite good score. If we talk about the promoter ownership, it is only 3.33%, but it is fine since almost all of Mr. Agarwal's net worth is invested in Aavas. If we talk about the independent directors in the board of directors, there are only three independent directors in the board, which is a red flag for the company. Yeah, company is paying loan to Aavas Finserv Limited, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of the company. If we talk about the dilution of equity, it happened in last 10 years. It is around 171%, which I don't know a correct reason for why it's diluting so much. And if we talk, if we see the key metrics of the company, the AUM has gradually increased in year on year with a CAGR of 33%. If we talk about the PAT, it is increasing with a CAGR of 44%, and ROA is being decreasing year on year while ROE is increasing year on year. If we talk about GNPA and NNPA percentage, it is increasing gradually year on year. If we talk about the price to book value, it's very fluctuating. If we talk about the future outlook of the company, Aavas Financiers plan to continue to expand its branch network in order to reach more customers and increase its market share. The company plans to open new branches in existing and new geographies with a focus on underserved markets. The company plans to invest in technology and digital infrastructure to enhance its customer experience and improve operational efficiencies. The company has already launched a mobile app and an online loan application platform and plans to further develop its digital capabilities. It plans to diversify its product offerings to include other type of loans such as microfinance and small business loans. This will allow the company to reach a broader customer base and reduce its reliance on housing finance. Aavas Financiers plans to establish strategic partnerships with developers, builders, and other players in the housing ecosystem to drive growth and expand its reach. The company has already entered into several partnerships and plans to explore more opportunities in the future. The company plans to focus on sustainability and responsible lending practices. In line with the global ESG environmental, social, and governance standards, the company has already launched a green loan product and plans to further develop its sustainable lending offerings. Aavas Financiers focus on underserved markets, customer-centric approach, efficient operations, and strong risk management framework sets it apart from some of its competitors and has helped it to build a successful business in the Indian housing finance market. If we differentiate it with other peer companies, in terms of AUM, LIC housing and PNB housing has a very large number in comparison with Aavas. While if we talk about GNP and NNPA percentage, Aavas has the lowest GNP and NNPA percentage. In terms of ROA and ROE, Aavas is in the second number in terms of ROA and ROE below Aptus value. And in terms of price to book value, Aavas has the highest price to book value at 4.58%. That's all from my side.
Wow. Thank you so much. This was a good presentation.
Thank you, Kunal. Great presentation.
Thank you.
I think this is your first time analyzing a company, or have you done it before, Kunal?
This is the first time.
First time, and that too in a sector like financial, which is
Yes.
like it's difficult. It's not intuitive like analyzing a manufacturing company where some product is made. So I think great efforts considering that. I mean, I could see the number of questions that you asked me, etc. I can see that you're learning on the job, and so great to see that, Kunal. And as you present more, you will start framing the discussion more from your words right now, because you're learning the sector. You're probably borrowing some sentences or some words from the presentation itself, from their content. But as you gain more experience, as you analyze more NBFCs, you will start using your own words. One question, Kunal, I have is this guy who founded the company, Sushil Agarwal. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So, what was the story from owning the company, founding the company, separating from I mean the company getting demerged from AU Small Finance Bank, and now he owns only 3%. So, do you have a story? If you remember my Yogro presentation, I explained why Mr. Nath, who is the founder, has only 2% holding. That's how he wanted to structure the company, etc. So, do you know? Are you aware of the story? Like, how did Sushil Agarwal go from controlling the company to now only owning only 3%, and he's still the sort of the MD of the company?
No, no such stories I have known about the company.
Okay. So I think that is one interesting aspect, Kunal, that you
Yes.
can dig more into. Like, try to go through annual reports or go through, YouTube videos or maybe Value Picker. I don't know if Value Picker has a thread, probably not. But on the internet, you will be able to understand, you will be able to get a hang of the story of this company, because it's part of AU Small Finance Bank. Then it demerged from it, and then when it got listed, this the original founder with the vision is almost diluted down to 3%. So is it by design? Like, did he choose to do that, or did he have to do that to survive because they were running out of capital? So I will give it in return also when I upload the feedback for your presentation. But this is one aspect of the story we need to understand, Kunal.
Yes. Yes. I will try to.
Yeah, thank you, thanks, Kunal. Great presentation.
So there is a value picker thread on this one, and there is
Awesome,
discussion on the promoter as well. I can see. So there are lots of
awesome.
interesting people in the discussion. Maybe Kunal, I'll send you this value picker thread in the WhatsApp group. What you could do is go through that. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Sure.
You can log into value picker and register over there also. Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think Gaurav, just to complete that point, all the three presentations we have seen till now, Mass, Aptus, and Aavas, all three have value picker threads.
Hmm.
I don't think any of you three have looked into the threads. So next time onwards, incorporate that in your research, because trust me, it will help you a lot. It will give you a lot of interesting areas to look at and analyze. So before you come to the presentation only, you will get some very nice flavors of important areas to look at. Yeah,
Yeah, we could add a slide for this one actually. What does value picker say about this?
Actually, not required, Gaurav. I think as long as they sort of
True that.
incorporate that into their analysis, I think
Hmm.
we don't need to see separately what value picker is saying. But yeah, it will be evident to us if the value picker analysis has come in or not. Because, for example, Gaurav, you know very well that the insights that I had on Ugrow, most
Ah,
of them were thanks to value picker.
correct.
Because
Yeah,
otherwise,
yeah.
information is not that easily available. So,
Correct, correct, correct.
yeah.
So, okay, from my side, at least, I when I was looking at the chart of Avas, it's in a downward trajectory. So this is a daily chart. I'll just go into weekly chart. Sorry, log. Yeah. So this is more in a downward trajectory, but not so much. I mean, I would say it's consolidating over here, sort of, right?
Yeah,
And
looks
then
like
it
that.
might. I mean, there's been these problems over here for banks and all. But let's see how it works out.
So basically, from a valuation point of view, it had gone up to 9x price to book. It
Hmm.
listed at 4x price to book. In 2022, early 2022, at the peak of the cycle, it went to 9.5x price to book. Now it's coming down towards 4 again.
Four.
So
Okay.
yeah, interesting. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the valuation was just frenzy of a bull market, but I think now it's coming towards something which is more reasonable.
Right. Correct. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay then. I
yeah,
think then
interesting.
we
Uh,
can. Yeah. Yeah. Nirvan. Yes.
yeah, no, I just had a question, Kunal, on their leverage. Do you know how what kind of leverage they are having right now?
No, no, not.
So leverage meaning, their balance sheet divided by their equity. So basically, let me check. Yeah, it's around, I think, 4x leverage. Looks like it. Yeah, 3,000 and 12,000. Okay, okay. So they are pretty leveraged, Rishikesh. Unlike Aptus, Aavas is pretty leveraged.
Yes,
So, their
this
ROEs.
is having scope of like leveraging more, I think so.
Yeah, it's very surprising, Gaurav, Rishikesh, and Kunal, that a company which is leveraged 2.2x times with much better ROAs is getting a 3.9x price to book, whereas Avas, which is 4x leveraged and still at these kind of ROEs, is getting 4.7x book. So I think Avas has to catch up on valuations. It should fall more, in my opinion. Just looking at the facts that we have discussed in the presentation, of course, more of a deep dive will be required. Yeah.
Or Aptus should rise.
Yes,
Or Aptus should rise. Yeah, yeah. But Gaurav, to be honest, I mean, it's already 4x leveraged and it's at ROEs of what, 14-15%, Avas?
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of company, 4.7x price to book, I mean, I would never pay that much,
Hmm.
unless there's something that I don't understand, which can give a complete nitro booster to their ROE or something like that. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah. Shantanu, one question to you. Now that you've
Yeah.
listened to these two presentations, go back to your mass board quality. Do you have any comment on the quality of the board? Any differences you noticed?
On the quality of mass.
The Yeah, the board constitution of Mass Financial versus the board constitution
Ah,
of these two
yeah, because
companies.
um, here they are mostly recommendations from other companies, nominees, etc.
Hmm. Hmm.
Whereas mass financials, it's the board is firstly smaller, and the independent directors are not nominated, etc. They're all
Yeah.
mostly like known people actually. Even some of them have some sort of connection, but I couldn't get like a proper confirmation. That's why I didn't
Right.
include.
One small correction, Shantanu. So nominee directors are actually not independent. Nominee directors are nominees of the PE firms who are classified as
Yeah.
promoters, for example, right? So they won't be under your independent director, this thing. So they are nominee directors.
Okay. Sorry.
But there's one more difference, huh? So do go when they upload their slides, Kunal and Rishikesh, do go through the board sections once more and just compare with the board that Mass has. Okay.
Yeah.
I have noticed one major difference, and I think you will notice it too. So if we agree on that, it will be interesting. We can form a view on one aspect of Mass.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, great. Okay. Thank
okay.
you so much, Rishikesh and Kunal. Gaurav, over to you.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Nothing from my side. I think I enjoyed the presentation.
Yeah, same here. I
So
also enjoyed both the
I was
presentations a lot. Yeah, Rishikesh.
I was asking if the person is having interest or say ownership in company, so he isn't independent. Is it
Uh,
right?
yeah, so that's a good point. That's a good point. But you only said 500 shares owned by that lady, no, who's classified as independent.
No, no, no. I thought I mispronounced or something. Uh,
Okay.
that not by that lady. Just
Uh,
in the board, just two of them are holding share. That Suman Bolena and that one guy.
That's okay. So they are not independent, no? They are classified as nominee directors.
Yeah,
Yeah. So nominee directors are
non-executive
not
director.
independent.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's okay. If that lady, the young lady who is classified as independent director, if she's holding shares, then that's a misclassification because you can't be independent while holding shares.
yeah, and that K. M. Mohandas, they have classified him as independent director. I will look into it. He is
Yeah.
holding 5,500,000 shares.
Yeah. So that is a very important point, Rishikesh. Like, if an independent director is holding shares, that's a question. That's a big question. So do check that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Just before we close, Pranav, hi, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Hey, hi, Pranav. So tomorrow we are hearing from you about Shriram Finance, right?
Yes, yeah, Shriram Finance.
Okay, great. So since you were not there yesterday, Pranav, so the presentation length limited to 40 minutes, okay?
Yeah, sure.
We'll do 5 minutes of feedback and Q&A after that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Gaurav. So we
Right,
end
right.
today then,
Yes. Okay.
right? Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Great
Thank
presentation.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
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 Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.